For the first time, the Israel Defense Forces have been taking part in a major military drill in Morocco. The American-led operation involved thousands of troops from Morocco and nearby nations, including Morocco, Ghana, Senegal and Tunisia. Tunisia, of course, doesn't have diplomatic ties with Israel. Morocco signed a normalization agreement with Israel back in 2020. Well, for more on that, we're joined by Dr. Mohamed Shtatou, political analyst and senior professor at the University of Rabat. Thank you very much indeed for being with us. So first of all, could you tell us a bit about the African Lion Drill, as it's known, and how it gets underway each year?
Well, it's a very interesting drill taking place in Morocco. It's been going on for a long period of time. It's kind of preparedness for anything that could happen either in Africa, knowing that the Daesh or other terrorist groups are around in Africa, or elsewhere in the Middle East. So what is interesting, it's for the first time the Israeli observers have been seen in this maneuvers, in these exercises, and I think Morocco and Israel are kind of getting out of the closet and coming out in the open to talk about their military cooperation. And this military cooperation is very interesting because Morocco is buying a lot of hardware, a lot of weapons from Israel. And Israel is probably training Moroccan soldiers to use these weapons. So this cooperation is extremely important and very fruitful for both sides. Also, what is important is this cooperation may be the beginning of something which I call the MENA NATO. Morocco and Israel probably are kind of preparing for that, and it seems it will be the outcome of the Negev Forum that took place just recently in Bahrain, and we are probably going to see lots of these cooperation between other Arab countries and Israel and Morocco, just in case something happens with Iran in the area.
Yeah, we are seeing ever closer cooperation between Morocco and Israel in the arena of defence. How did it work with Tunisia taking part today then? Because Tunisia, of course, doesn't have relations with Israel.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, probably Tunisia today doesn't have relations with Israel, but I think with the Negev Forum, other countries are going to join because such an initiative is very important for all the countries of the Middle East, the Arab countries. It's first of all cooperation and then collaboration in military fields. And I think this collaboration is fruitful for everyone. So Tunisia is shy now, but I'm sure they will come out of the closet probably in the next 1 year or two.
And it's not just military, isn't it? We recently saw Israeli Minister Eilon in Morocco, where she signed an agreement to bring Moroccan workers here to Israel.
Yes. Indeed, this cooperation is economic and very important for Morocco because a lot of Moroccans were going to move to Israel to work, and it's going to be good for both countries. And besides that, I think the economic cooperation and collaboration is going on very well, and things are going to be very good for the two countries. And let me tell you that Morocco and Israel have been doing these things in the closet, as I said, for a long period of time. But now it's open. Yes.
Dr. Shtatou, sorry.
Yes?
Sorry, carry on. We've got more time than we thought we had. Finish your point. It's been going on behind the scenes, and now it's out in the open.
Yeah, now it's in the open. I think this cooperation is extremely useful for Morocco and for Israel, and it's also useful for all the other Arab countries. Hopefully, other countries will join the Negev Forum and will benefit from this cooperation. And what I see is this could bring peace to the Middle East, peace with between the Israelis and the Palestinians. I'm very hopeful.